that video is messing with my feed or not. It's just weird because it lags and everything else. But anyway, hey guys, how's it going? Welcome to Wood If I Could, Scroll Saw, Portrait Design, Woodworks, and whatever have you. Today I'll be trying to finish up a bunch of projects that I got on the go. My bear, growth charts, initials with the grandkids' names, my dream catcher ish. So it's gonna get noisy in here. The furnace is going. I'm gonna get my air compressor going. I'll get my dust collector going. On the panel with us, we got Jameson. Say hey, Jamie.
Howdy.
Tell us where we can find you at.
Yeah, you can find me on Facebook on Sergeant Shoots Wood Creations.
And that's it? Nowhere else?
That's it. I'm still working on it.
Look how clean your shop is. Wow.
Oh, you got the nice side of the shop.
Oh.
You got to see the other corner.
Did you even do any work in there?
Nah, I just make it look like I do.
All right. Also, we got Herb Hooper with us. Say, hey, Herb.
Hello, folks.
I heard.
Follow me on Facebook, YouTube, and probably in somebody's live chat.
Like today. I heard you were looking to take a nap earlier. Did you get a quick cat nap in?
Yeah, about 10 minutes.
Oh, are you feeling better?
Hello, Donna. No, I'm allergic to ham.
Oh, that's horrible.
What about bacon?
Yeah, it is.
Are you allergic to bacon?
I don't know.
Oh.
I don't know if it was the glaze or the pineapple glaze or whatever she put on this. But I ate some yesterday. I got sick last night. Ate some again today. And same thing.
So you're going through the same process, looking for a different outcome, right? It's one of those things.
It's the ham.
It's the ham. So if you're feeling sick or whatever, we'll understand. We'll understand, and if you got to leave quick or whatever, all right. And also on the panel with us, we got Aaron Gleason, also known as McGillicuddy,
AKA.
Hello.
It was given to me right away from the boys.
So where can we find you at?
In Montana, on Facebook. That's about it. I don't have any channels. I don't have nothing like that. No plenty of fish. Nothing.
No plenty of fish. No channel yet. You got to get a channel. You got to get your Facebook group up and running. We got to get you a YouTube channel.
I never wanted to become famous.
We don't do this to become famous.
Well,
we do this just to hang out and have fun, right, guys?
We just become infamous.
Infamous.
Yeah, we're infamous.
The only thing I'm famous for is
yeah, we're
and
like
you do good at it.
We're like the Dirty Shorts gang. So
Dirty Shorts gang. I'll join.
All right, and over in the chat we got Donna Love Angel, we got Larry Aldridge. I seen Stacy up there earlier, and who else is? That's about it for now. But yeah.
Hey, there's a monkey in the background.
There's a monkey. Oh, there she is. There's our little monkey.
Yeah, that's why underneath my name I put Monkey Girl in question mark, because I never know when she's coming or going.
Well, we know she never leaves. She's always by your side.
Glad to have you here, youngin.
Well, if you gotta have a monkey on your back, it's a good monkey to have on your back, right?
Say hi, Ed. Yeah.
All right. So earlier, before we started the show, I was talking to Aaron. Aaron, what do you prefer? Aaron, Aaron?
Aaron's fine. Double A.
Mr. Gleason.
Actually, everybody else always called me Double A, but it's hard to do with names on Facebook and that kind of stuff.
Oh, we can call you sir, but that's not going to go over too good here, though.
Nah, let's not go that
Hi,
far.
Fred.
I was going
Kevin
to say,
Lee,
if
how's it going,
anybody's
buddy?
a sir, that means that we don't work for a living.
Exactly. I know. So I was talking to Double A out in the before we started the show, and he was mentioning. Well, we were talking about stuff that about educational, informational stuff like that. I was going to touch base on stack cutting. So, if you guys want to know about stack cutting, it doesn't matter whether you are going with 1/16, 1/8, quarter, 3/8, half inch, even up to 3. You can double stack 3/4 to get 1.5 up in your scroll saw, depending on your scroll saw, depending on what your throat is.
As long as you don't go above your capacity.
Yep. You can stack cut, and you can stack cut any wood you want, as long as it's not too hard. Because I know that like the thicker, the harder the wood, the harder it is to cut. Now, usually, there's a lot of different ways to do it. You can the most common way is just blue tape. Blue tape wrap your wood. You can also use green or blue tape, whichever your preference is. Just tape along the outside edge. And the thing is, see, I'm not even ready. I grabbed most of my stuff. Just give me a sec. Let me grab some tape here.
Well, if he
Well, at
got
least
out of
you aren't in
that, go ahead, Jimson.
It doesn't matter. He took off his headset. It was to John.
Yeah, if he got out of that bathrobe earlier and got dressed, he'd been ready.
Exactly. That's what I was going to say.
He's slacking.
No, I don't have any wood prepped up. I would have some scraps to show you, but we all know what happened to that yesterday.
Hot dog, hot dog.
Exactly.
And that's why she's out there plowing your driveway.
Exactly. So, double
Hello,
stacking.
Shannon.
Green tape on the edge. Hey, Shannon, how's it going today, buddy? What's the weather like out in Newfoundland?
Hello, Shannon.
Oh, yeah. And Donna, thanks for saying hi, monkey.
Just my camera here.
Sometimes, John, I'll even use my packing tape when I go over the top of it and stretch it around the edges to catch it.
Yeah.
Stack.
Yeah, it's basically.
I mean, any one of those tapes.
Basically, you can.
Any one of those tapes.
Just wrap the edges like that, and it'll hold it together. I find that if I'm stacking 2 or 3, that's not real secure. So I'll take my wider stuff and wrap it going this way, just on the corners though. Like I'll go on the edge there, edge here, and then probably one across the center. It keeps it secure, so that way it doesn't move around on you. So step 1, green tape or blue tape or masking tape, whatever have you. Number 2, pin nails. You can use pin nails. The only problem with pin nails is that depending on the size of your stack, when you run them through, they're going to be thick. So you got to cut the back sides off or sand them.
Yeah, John, a lot of times when I do it, mine stick out. I'll cut the tips off to where they're close to the wood, and then I'll take my Dremel with a little grinding wheel on it and grind down the back side so they're smooth on the back.
Yeah, that's a lot of work though.
Oh yeah, but I mean, you can't always have the right size brad nail or pin nail or whatever you're using.
I suppose. But
and especially when you're using small stuff.
But another option though, and when you go to put your pins in, try and keep them in your waist areas on the outsides, or unless you're doing huge billboards, make sure you mark them in the areas that you're cutting out. Another option you can use is a standard staple gun, You can get staples that you want to buy though. They're called CT staples because they got sharp point edges on them. CT staples are just like a regular staple, only they have a sharp point, and the points are actually opposite to each other on them. That they'll hold and grab your wood without a problem as well. The thing with those, basically, if you shoot them in all one side, then just flip it over, and you can just hammer them down. That's even easier.
Yeah.
Fourth option is hot glue. You just put a dab of hot glue in the corner of your work, and then stick them together. Double-sided tape. Put double-sided tape on. Cut your work. Then use a putty knife, prime apart. What I usually use, round toothpicks. Basically, just drill a 1/8 hole, stick a little bit of glue on them, stick them through. Done. Stack cutting, a la 101. Does that help you out any, Aaron? AA.
Hello, Jay.
Thank you.
And also, if you're
Anything's informative.
if you're in a rush, you can actually just put a couple dots of CA glue on there as well. And if you got the activator, stick them together right quick. Done. Instant bond. And also, since we're touching on stack cutting, I mentioned it last night about stretch and seal. Or press and seal,
Jay
rather.
says, wow, you're on early today, John.
Well, you know, I had all that shoveling to do out front, so I got lots of time now in the shop. I had to take pictures of her shoveling, and I had to come out to my shop and open my shop so that she can grab her snowblower. So, you know, that's the only reason I'm in my shop early.
Yeah, but I thought she had all the codes and keys and all that stuff.
Well, she does, but I find it easier if I just come out and open it up for her, because that way, you know, I had to get dressed and come out anyway.
And besides, then you know that she's not in there grabbing more of your scraps.
Yes, because that way I can watch her like a hawk and make sure she doesn't take any more of my wood. I posted a picture. Did anybody see that? I said, oh, no, it was on Shay's post. And I said, yeah, and here she is posing beside her pile of ill-gotten gains that she took out of my shop. Jay, Wooden Things. How's it going, buddy? Down in Australia. See, we're worldwide. Look, I'm giving this information out worldwide for free. For free, even. All right. Mr. Double A, Shay knows all about this, and she uses it. And I know 3 or 4 other people in the group know about it, and they use it as well because it's the handiest, cheapest available thing to do to apply your patterns to your wood. Yeah,
I'll get to it on my next patterns with ones I don't trace.
Exactly. Hey, Shay. So, take your wood, sand it down, and blow it off with an air gun. Then use a tack cloth. And Billy Burt was on last night too, and he said that you can take a regular cheesecloth and just soak it in mineral oil, and it'll give you the same effect. And basically, take your tack cloth to it just to get all the extra wood and dust out of your pores. Then take your press and seal, stretch it out over across it, and you can use use your finger or a squeegee or a credit card, and then put your press and seal onto your wood like that. Don't worry about wrinkles. Don't worry about anything else, because the thing is that once it's on, and you can peel it off, boop, and you can restretch it back on if it happens to come off on you, and you can put it back on. And then it's great. If you want, you can actually use press and seal for stacking for stacking your wood as well. And I just thought of that. And then
and that's peel and seal, right? Is that what you called it?
Press and seal.
Oh, press and seal. Oh, perfect. Okay, got it.
Yeah, glad press and seal. and then spray your glue onto there, and spray your glue on your pattern and stick it on. And the thing is, like I showed everybody last night, like when we stack cuts these here, I did these last year, so I did these last December. And I know Aaron's not watching right now. I did these last December, and the press and seal. And I've done this probably 4 or 5 times already too. You can peel it off, and you can peel it off and stick it right back on. And like I said, I did these last December, and it'll just stick right back on you. Because I know if you use masking tape or green tape or whatever else, it has a tendency to peel off after time. And then you got to try and re-stick it back down. You got to try and, like Jamie said, he uses Scotch tape, and you can use a glue stick and everything else to try and stick it back down. And you'll always end up with like air bubbles underneath of it, which will screw your pattern up.
Yeah, and it'll collect the dust and make a mess too.
Yeah. Like I said, I put these on a year ago, and they're still sticking on there. And like I said, I show people I can peel this off 4 or 5 times. And it'll still stick back on.
Real quick.
It'll still stick back on for you. So, and it's cheap. It's freaking, I don't know. There's what, 70 square feet in this roll for like $2. So, and I don't know how much green tape costs. Green tape's expensive. Masking tape's expensive. So there's a couple ideas for you. Any questions or comments from the crowd?
Now they're just saying hi to everybody.
Hello, everybody. Yeah, Jay, our earworms. We got Aaron Gleason, McGillicuddy. We got Jamie from Engine Monkey. We got Herb Hooper, Mr. LOLOL. I know. Before I got on here, I started cutting my the backer for my Big Bear, and I know I gotta, because I was just doing a rough cut around it, so I gotta finish it up because I'm half done it. You can see all that right there. So I'm half done the backer for my Big Bear, cutting around it. So I got to finish this up. So what's everybody else working on today in their shops?
I'm finishing up those mother silhouettes. I got to finish cutting one more base, basically a mortise and tenon, and then I'll glue the mothers on there after I got to router out the bases and glue them on there. And I left a little extra on the bottom of the mother silhouette. I'll cut them off either with a bandsaw or scroll saw or something. Sand them down and then seal them.
That just sounds bad. I got to cut these mothers out.
Yeah, I know.
Hey, when I'm done cutting these mothers, I'm going to put pictures in them.
Well, if I find the pictures, I will. But if not, they'll have to put their own in.
Then I got to cut some more mothers. Oh, these mothers. I got to cut all these mothers. I got all these mothers on a plane.
You got it backwards. But at least all 3 of them have their bevels on there, right? So that the heart will stick in the center and push back, make little picture frames.
Well, how would you put the bevels backwards, though?
Depends on which way you cut your design out. And with the table, I set it at about 5 degrees. And so with a left side bevel or left side angle on the table, I go clockwise around the heart, and that way there it'll have the heart go to the back side of the pattern or the silhouette. Otherwise, if I cut it counterclockwise with the table set the same way, the heart will stick out.
So over in over in the chat there, I know Jay says he's doing a live in 6 hours. He's going to try and finish a spalted peppercorn bowl. I misread that, and I read pepper bacon. I'm like, what? Pepper bacon? That sounds awesome. I'm like, oh, peppered bacon resin bowl. Oh,
You got bacon on the brain.
I need a peppered bacon bowl. Larry says he's working on some pancake knife cheese. And Shannon Keats is working on a winter retreat pattern. Tripe stack. Oh, don't stack tripe. That's the worst thing to cut ever, man. All those look extra bumps and stuff in there. But you can triple stack. That's work better. Triple stacking your wood work better.
Yeah, it'll just take you that much longer.
That's like I remember this one time when McDonald's came out with their triple thick milkshakes. There was one of the L's blew out on their readograph. It said tripe thick milkshakes. I'm like, oh, that'd be the worst tasting ever. You guys all know what tripe is, right?
No, I'm lost on that one.
Yes, sir. I know exactly what it is.
It's cow stomach lining.
Oh, yeah, okay.
A delicacy in some places.
Yeah, it's menudo.
It's delicioso.
Oh, no, that's cow tongue. Never mind. I got mine backwards.
Tripes in the menudo too.
Yeah.
Everything tastes better raped in bacon. Come on, Jay. Ah, you Aussies. I don't know. I got to do this standing up. I'm glad my foot pedal reaches almost all the way out here for me.
I got a cane you can use if you need that for an extension.
Yeah.
Yeah, just tape it to your leg.
And we can see you do a jig.
Howdy, Mac. Mac's in the house.
Hello, Mac.
Mr. Mac Pierce.
When you get at a stopping point, once you put you on screen and get rid of us.
Yeah.
What's that?
Put you on screen and get rid of us.
Oh, I really like seeing you guys, though.
They didn't come here to see us. They come here to see you do a good job.
Mr. Line.
I said I'm doing a rough cut.
Yeah,
Rustic
plus it's
cut.
an outside. You can adjust it, but easier. Sorry, Herb.
That's all right. Yeah, I need to get everything hooked up to TV. That way I can just lay in the recliner and watch it all. That was the first thing she told me, too. You ain't watching your
What?
stuff on TV. You got a corner over where you can go to. You know what I'm going to be watching on my TV when you're not home. Oh, Lordy. I have no idea why I'm yawning.
Did you get any good sleep at all, Herb, or did you play with the bucket all night?
Mostly played with the bucket all night. I probably got an hour.
Yeah, I figured.
Sorry, guys, I got some unexpected company.
Well, welcome
quite all
back,
right.
Double A.
No company allowed in the shop.
Yeah, they're out now.
Yeah, about the time that I started to doze off again this morning, Jameson, Charles is on.
Yeah. Yeah, and poor Charles, he's been out of it. He's had nothing but issues the last few days. And I'm not talking bad about him either. I'm just saying he didn't have all his stuff together. He didn't have enough Dr. Pepper to get him through 5 minutes of cutting.
Yeah,
And it got bad to where he was shaking and getting dizzy.
Yeah, that's why I told
No,
him.
Aaron, I
stop.
think he had issues of getting his Dr. Pepper. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Seeing that poor boy on the floor once was enough for me.
Well, that was like when I was in Australia and they told me to get out of the fuel tank because I was acting like him. And that ain't no good.
Nope.
Well, we thank you, John, for having us.
Okay,
She,
what's going on, Shadow?
Shay said, Sub J excited to watch. Mac Pierce, John, I saw your wife clear the path to your shop door. Just wanted to see all that wood she said out there, LOL.
Exactly.
And Jay's thanking Shay. Mac saying hi, Shay. I got some other wood turner in my ear over here.
Oh no, Shay, you don't want to stop Jay. He's a creeper, man. He'll creep your page so bad.
Yeah, I have to keep making sure I read these messages right because whenever they say Jay, I think of myself because when I started off running concrete down here, I had a guy from, I think, Great Britain or somewhere. He couldn't say my name, so he just called me Jay, and next thing I know, it's on my uniform. So every time I worked concrete as a mixer driver, I always had to go by Jay because everybody around here knew me as Jay.
All right, so that's cut out. Oh, I guess I should start my air compressor up. I haven't even done that yet.
Earplugs.
No, I'll just mute myself. Make it easier. Just checking my Facebook.
Don't feel bad. You probably might mute yourself, John, because Aaron would get mad because he had 10 minutes of my fan blowing in his earlier.
Yeah,
Speaking of fans, can anybody hear my heater in the back?
No, it's quiet today.
Negative.
All right, good. Well, I think I figured it out while it was making so much noise. This heater fan, it's got one of those oscillating fans in front of it, or you can just have it, just the heat blowing out. And that's what I had was the fan blowing the other night.
Yes, Mac, I'm slacking off today.
So what's different than any other day, John? Oh, he just take his headset off.
Yeah, because this compressor is kind of loud.
I'm here, guys. I have 2 iPads running, so I've got one running in the background so I can catch whatever you guys say without the headset. So if anybody's wondering where I'm at, I'm just moving around.
Okay.
Yeah, Mac, Mini Monkey's behind me playing with my tools. She forgets that the microphone is actually in my computer and not in my ear, not just in my ear.
Oh,
Oh, la-di-da.
one of these days I'll be back to normal.
What
And they
is
want
normal, Herb?
I don't know. I haven't been normal in so many years, I couldn't tell you.
I understand that. But I figure for the most part, the reason why I said that is none of us are normal. Max says, no worries, Jameson. She isn't bothering us a bit. It's nice to hear kids being happy. Thanks, Mac.
That's it. Yep.
Yeah, last night, every time that Billy would unmute his mic, you could hear all the kids having fun in the background and family and everybody else.
I know what I miss being a kid.
Yeah, I do too. I wish I never grew up.
Well, if I go back 50 years, I'd be one happy puppy.
Yeah, right. Not quite that far back, but I'm not far behind.
And know what I know now? I would be awesome.
Yeah. David McLaren Wood Turning and Crafts is in the house. Says
Hello,
hello,
David.
John. Larry says, I used to want to be normal, but now see people who are normal. Now I say, no way. Matt concurs.
People today are so goofy. David, are you following me?
Why was he over on Charles's?
No, he was over at Nick's show.
Oh.
That's why I've got three different devices open. I need a bigger desk.
Yeah. I'm in my shop and I got my laptop sitting on this stool / step stool that I made quite a few years ago. And I'll tell you, besides it being heavy, it comes in handy for a lot of stuff. I had found a design on somebody's site. It was called the Simple Step Stool or something like that. And they used 1x material. Well, I had a bunch of 2x material left over from a deck built that I had a contractor do. So I made that out of 2x. One of these days, I need to put some wheels on it, make it easier to move it around.
Harbor Freight's the cheapest place to get them.
Yeah. I've got some wheels that are supposed to be for some other equipment in my shop, and I still never got them on there yet. Shay had said earlier, I asked her if she was going to be live today, and she said no, she's still waiting on Amazon to deliver her stuff. Yep. She didn't have the drone programmed in to deliver it to her house.
Can you guys hear the air compressor still?
Barely.
Barely.
I mean, it's shop. It's what it is.
Well, I can make it louder.
Not over.
No, we
it's
don't
not
want it loud.
overpowering.
Sorry, I didn't mean to step on you there, Jameson.
Oh, no worries.
Keep stepping on you. You're really gonna be skinny. You're gonna be back down at 125 pounds.
Right? Like my stepdad always told me, he goes, I'm going to stomp a mud hole in you and stomp you dry. Larry said I had an uncle. He made one of those small step ladders, a chair, and an ironing board. Yeah, I like those designs too. I've always wanted to make those. I just never got around to it.
I made up it was a change table, dresser, bookshelf for my grandson when he was born. And there's pictures on my page though. And when I built it, so I built it all. I built the carcass and the sides and the top for it, and I put a scroll saw some foxes in the backside and wood burned fox footprints in the back of it. Carrie made the pad for it and slip covers. I even installed a seatbelt into it too. And so my grandson used it, my granddaughter used it, and then my grandson has it back. And it's got a bookshelf in the top section for his toys and stuff, and there's 2 drawers on it. And it was my first time using a biscuit joiner because I took the wood, basically had it all in before I assembled it all, and cut it in 3 sections. And I stained the middle section red, but it was off center. It turned out pretty good actually. I liked it.
Yeah, have you seen those toddler towers where they're like they have a rail that you can take off the back side, and they've got a step stool, and then they got a rail that goes, a permanent rail that goes all the way around the front, and you put that rail back on the back, or they climb underneath of it, one of the two. And they can stand there at the kitchen sink and help you with dishes or whatnot.
Yeah, when we went back down when my granddaughter was born, me and my son-in-law we're out in the shop, and we're like, he's like, oh, could we build something? I'm like, sure, let's go pick up some wood. So we actually built one of those kids kitchen helper, right?
Yeah.
So that way he could Garrett, my grandson, could stand up at the counter and cut food and help wash it and just move it around and wash the dishes and everything else. Made it all out of cedar. And countersunk all the screws and sanded it all down. I had like no tools to work with out there, so got it working. Got it built. In I think it took three days to build it all. It was pretty cool.
That's not bad.
With no plans.
Yeah.
Said, okay, this is how we're doing it, and then did it. So in case any of you are wondering, this is my stupid outfeed table. I got to build a new one. It's basically just an old dining room table that I picked up out of the garbage actually. And I got this no slip mat at the dollar store. And you stick your wood on it, and your wood doesn't slip on it because it's sticky. So it's perfect for sanding. You just blow it off. And when I build my table, I'm going to have a downdraft table and everything else.
You're gonna do one of those Ron Polk style?
No, it's gonna be a wood if I could style.
Yeah.
So let's get to sanding. If sanding's too loud, just let me know. I'll mute myself.
Too loud.
Is it loud?
Hey, real quick, Larry is taking off. He says prayers, everybody.
All right, Larry. Take care. And this is a trick I learned too, just to get an even sanding on it. Just put pencil marks all over it. When the pencil marks are gone, it's sanded down all nice and even.
Yeah, that's a planer's trick for hand planing.
I learned that from what's his name? He makes wooden shells, nautiluses and stuff, and that's what he does to get his shells all even when he goes to put them together.
Yeah, I don't know how I accidentally kicked myself out of here.
You don't know how you're gonna do what?
I had to get John to let me back in. I kick myself off here.
Oh. Yeah. Oh.
That's what happens when you got two niches on the table.
Yeah. Mac Pierce says John already has a wood if I could style table. Laugh out loud.
Man, I hate.
Yeah. So like John said, he got that out of somebody's trash.
Hey.
Back when I was living in San Diego in base housing out in town, every Thursday, well, every Wednesday night, everybody throw their big, heavy stuff out, their big trash, their tables and chairs and whatnot. And then Thursday, the trash company would come through and pick it up. Well, Wednesday night, I'd usually come off of work when I work nights, and I drive around through the housing and pick up all sorts of whatnot. I picked up bookcases and stuff like that. My ex-wife was like, "What are you gonna do with that?" I was like, "I don't know yet. Let me look at it for a while. I'll come up with something." One of them was made out of 2x10s, and it was a big old like industrial style book cabinet, just a basic one out of a shop. I took it apart, made a twin size bed frame out of it. Then didn't realize that was going to be my bed when we separated.
It's always good to repurpose stuff.
Yeah.
My wife is the queen of that.
My buddy that I used to work for up here at the Ready Mix, he does a lot of scrapping and stuff like that, metal and junkyards and yard sales and whatnot. And his wife is notorious for finding stuff on Pinterest and repurposing stuff. And one day, well, she usually does that stuff in the kitchen in their house, in their trailer. And she has her old trailer on the other side of the property not being used. So I told him one day, I was like, you know what you ought to do? Does your other trailer have electricity? I'm like, you ought to throw her out there and make that her she shed. And the next day she did, or he did. And now she uses that. She still has all her stuff piled up in there and then piled up in their house. But she does a lot of that repurposing of furniture and whatnots.
Yep.
Mac Pierce says, "No." Go ahead, Herb.
My wife found a coffee table, in stands, two of them, and I can't remember the guy who designed them, but in the top, he had dovetails holding it, on the top, holding the side rails on it.
Yeah.
And some idiot, painted them, and she brought them home, wanted me to sand them. I sanded them down and seen how they did it with the dovetails, and she liked them, and we kept them for about 15 years.
Yeah.
And
that breadboard ends.
And then she decided, one day she's posting it somewhere, showing somebody a picture of it. He goes, "I'll give you $100 a piece for them." Pam goes, "Make it $150 a piece, and they're yours." And he came over, gave her the money right then and there.
Nice.
Jesus.
One man's trash is another man's treasure. Go ahead, John.
I was just going to show you this pencil trick I did here. See? So I still got pencil lines up here that I haven't done, but yet all the rest of this is all smooth. And so I basically just go down to 180 anyway. And I know that Jeff Murray works at a landfill, and he gets most of his wood he'll get from old cabinets, like oak cabinets and mahogany and teak and all kinds of good, cool wood from like drawers and stuff, right? Out of old dressers and stuff. That's where he gets most of his wood from.
Yeah, the same guy that does a lot of yard sale stuff and whatnot. He takes license plates, cuts out all the letters from the different states, and makes license plate signs. And he uses cedar, like 3/4 inch thick cedar boards for his backers. Lately, he's been giving me all his scrap wood that's either too thin or too pungy or whatever. And I cut around it. That's where I make all my plaques from. But yeah, Max said he finds a lot of nice wood in trash and wherever else.
Yeah, some of it is excellent, but yeah, I kind of miss getting out doing that stuff.
Yeah.
I'm kind of excited and a little bit nervous of getting back out there after the first year.
Well, take your time. I mean, the world has changed a whole lot, sometimes for the better, and unfortunately, a lot of it for the worse.
See, that was the whole idea of me started scrolling again, where I take time off from work to do something around the house on the weekends. You stay at home.
Yeah, a lot of my material I get from junk or other people's trash.
And
Saves me from having to go to big stores and buy all the expensive woods.
I started scrolling a long time ago, and then I had the old Delta had that long tool that you had to use to change the blade, and I got out of it. And then my best friend's dad gave me his old Craftsman scroll saw, so I started scrolling again. And then lo and behold, here we go. Have to have a stroke. Wife goes, yeah, I wanted you home on the weekends. I didn't want you home permanently.
Yeah. Well, stuff happens. Not always on the good side, but you just make the best of what you get handed.
Yep.
When I was in Okinawa, I used to find scraps of material around, and right outside of base in one of the trash bins I found, or right at the curb, I found a pile of bamboo sticks and stuff. And I took them home, or took them to the apartment we were living in. And my ex-wife's like, what on earth are you going to do with that? Well, I ended up making one of those water fountains. And I forget the name of it. There was a Japanese name for it, but it's like basically a deer scare. Because the bamboo chute from the pipe would drop the water into another small chute. And when that chute would fill up, it was on a pivot. When the chute would fill up, it would tip over and dump the water out, but it also hit a rock and make a thumping sound. It was pretty cool.
Yep.
And I think all I had to buy was the fish tank pump to pump the water out of the basin and put it up through the pipe.
Oh, Lordy, wake up.
Yeah, it seems like we keep getting on the panels and then get left alone to try to make a show out of it.
Yeah.
What are you saying?
I'm just saying, over all the lives, you got to come up with conversations.
I'm still here.
Oh no,
I know.
I don't mind dead air. I don't. You guys get nothing to talk about. You can just have dead air. Start singing, telling jokes. Yeah, that'll work.
Yeah.
You know what would be funny?
What's that?
If John could finish a piece on one live show.
Yeah, right. Start to finish.
Love you, John.
Herb, I love you too, Herb.
Yeah, Mac. I don't. He says that he's seen those fountains before, and he can't remember the name either.
Yeah, I'm sitting here racking my brain trying to think of it, but I can't think of it either.
Maybe I gotta go to Google.
Of course, I'd forget my own name if I didn't have it tattooed on my arm. Told his wife I wanted another tattoo for Christmas.
All right, here we go.
Hey,
Google says it's Japanese. Shishi Odoshi.
Shishi Odoshi.
Yeah. The deer scare.
Yeah, I told her I wanted a new tattoo. She goes, "What do you want?" I said, "I want DNR across my chest." And she goes, "Like heck."
Hey, John, old Steve Ramsey, he's got a video called Kill Bill Style. Shishi Odoshi.
Oh, you want to see Shishi Odoshi? Yeah, I give that woman too much. I aggravate her too much.
Yeah, well, as long as you do it in fun, and she knows it, I'm sure she does. She'll stick around with you forever.
Hey, this relationship's going on over 40 years.
Well, congratulations on that.
But we only been married 20.
Yeah, we got let's see, Monkey Girl's 8, so we've been together 9, and we've been married 5. I did this one all backwards. Backwards. And loving every minute of it.
Yeah, when I had my first heart attack, we're in there in the emergency room after they finally got me situated. Nurse comes in there because they're going to do a heart cath. And, they go through this list of stuff. They ask you, have you ever had hepatitis? And when I get nervous, I'm going to crack some jokes one way or another. And,
right.
The nurse finally caught on to what I was doing because I was asking stuff. And she asked me, she goes, "Okay, you need to be serious." Okay. She goes, "The next question I have you ever had AIDS?" I said, "Yeah, the last time, like Tilden." And she started laughing so hard she dropped her clipboard. Another nurse come in there and said we was having too much fun. And I said, "Look, lady, if I'm dying, I'm going out with a laugh."
Right.
And so anyway, by then, the nurse knew that I was going to joke about everything.
Right.
And she come down to it. She put it in some words, and I kind of looked at her funny. I said, "Can you repeat that?" She goes, "Well, if worse comes to worse, do you want to be put on life support?" And I told her, "Oh, no, I do not want life support." I said, "Just let me die, bury me in the backyard, and let the dog come out there and take a whiz on me once a week. I'll be happy." And Pam literally freaked out. She goes, "Oh, yes, he wants that. Yes, he's got to have that." And the nurse looked at my wife and said, "He's in sound mind of me. I put down, he don't want it." And she started screaming, cussing, crying. And the nurse finally walked over and said, "Ma'am, see, I knew he was pulling my leg. I wrote, yes, he wants." And he goes, "Don't you ever do that to me again."
Right.
She got me back, though. Bless her
Yeah.
heart. She had this
Yeah.
pill called super ventricular tachycardia. Her heart rate will speed up. And usually they got to go, there's a deal that she can usually do to keep it from going crazy. But other times they have to go take her to the ER and literally stop her heart and restart it.
Wow.
And they called me from work one day, told me that something was going on. And I told them to call an ambulance, that I'd be on my way.
Right.
And I got to her job before the ambulance ever showed up. So I put her in the truck and got her to the hospital. And she goes, "I ain't never seen nobody drive that fast." I said, "Well, you can't depend on the EMS. I'll get you here." But it was like 15 miles from our house to her work. And I was there in less than 5 minutes.
Wow.
And then had her downtown in less than 10 minutes. Needless to say, that him in that truck was screaming.
Oh yeah. Yeah. My wife went through a similar situation with her mom. Her mom called her and said that she couldn't breathe. She could barely even talk on the phone. So my wife called EMS, and from our house to her mom's house, it's like 5 miles. And she was there before the ambulance was there. Got her to the hospital or ER before the ambulance even showed up at her mom's house. And I mean, that's the way a lot of it goes, especially being out in the country and you got to deal with the volunteers and, the ambulances for us, they could be anywhere in the county. Our county's pretty good size.
Yep.
And I think we only got 3 or 4 of them in our county alone.
Yeah, Tarrant County is so wide and stuff. It's just hard for them to keep up with the flow of everybody.
Yep.
Oh, guys,
Well,
this company wants to go to lunch, so I will be back as soon as I can and back on.
Okay,
right,
take
Double
care,
A.
Aaron.
All right, Aaron. Take care. See you later.
Thanks, John, for allowing me to come on.
You might not have heard you or just
I heard him.
ignoring you.
I heard
trying
him.
to keep that Sanders quiet.
And I heard when we first moved in this house, we were renting it from a guy in town. And the original riding lawnmower that we had was a John Deere single blade. My wife loved that ride on. We have just too much property for it, so I went and bought a Pulling Pro, a used one from town, and was using that. Well, I was on the road and she was here alone with the kids. And she was out mowing. Actually, I think kids were in school, but she was out mowing and she rode across a section that she probably shouldn't have been at. And one of the rocks came out from underneath and split her eye open, her right eye, right next to her eye socket. And she had flip-flops and shorts and stuff like that. She ran into my shop, flipped her flip-flops off, grabbed probably the dirtiest rag I had in here, cleaned the blood and everything off. Then she ran inside, called her mom, and said that she was heading to town to the ER. She got in the truck and left. then she had to call her mom back because she forgot her flip flops in the shop, so she had no shoes on. So she went to her mom's house, got some shoes on, and went to the ER. But she ended up with just a little bit of glue on there, and they closed it up. And the sad thing was, it was right before we got married.
Dang.
The other sad part of it. But she did all right. She healed up long before we got married.
Yeah, them country girls take care of themselves.
Yeah.
They get out there and think they got to have the Daisy Dukes on and the halter tops to mow the yard.
Right. Well, at least I got her out of having flip flops and Daisy Dukes on when she was weed eating. She at least put tennis shoes on.
Yep, it didn't take damn long to figure out not to weed eat in flip flops. Oh, Lord.
Well, now Monkey Girl went and got our horse and brought it in the shop. A miniature horse.
You got to have something to do.
Yeah. And the miniature horse is not actually a horse.
No, it's a dog.
He's part German Shepherd and part Husky, and he's, what is he, like 9 months old, and he's already as tall as my tractor wheels.
Jeez, Merry Christmas.
Sorry about that. I had to run over my spindle sander and get these little interior cuts here.
That's quite all right.
Yeah, no worries.
Step.
We'll take care of the chap.
The camera this way. This is how big he is. Well, sort of.
The only one
Mac
that could see us
Pierce
is
says,
John.
good job, Monkey Girl. Yeah, the last dog, big dog I had weighed 225 pounds.
This fool's so big, so heavy. I tried to weigh him on our digital scale in the house, and every time that I'd hold him and put him on there, the scale would say E.
Yep.
Because it only goes up to 300 pounds.
And he's like a.
Yeah, I had a English bull mastiff.
Yeah. That's English. That was the first dog that come with the Ida and them. And he was about $1.50.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Herb.
Max weighed 225.
Creepers, creepers.
That dog ate whatever he wanted to eat.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, I should have realized, when he didn't like somebody, I should have realized not to marry the second wife.
Yeah. I hear that.
Got married in November and got divorced in February or March.
Wow.
We had a church wedding, and I was the only one at the church crying.
No.
I knew I messed up. But I think she had something planned for me.
Probably.
Yeah, I was working at a company called Guardian Industries, and what we did, we made glass.
Oh yeah.
And they would let you work all the overtime you wanted. You could work 4 hours before your 8-hour shift, and another 4 hours after your shift if you wanted to.
Wow.
And I found that out, and hell, I was doing that for about 2 months. And me and a buddy of mine decided we wasn't going to work the second shift, and we decided we was going to go to the VFW in another town because Corsicana back then was dry.
Right.
So you
Yeah,
either
that's
had to
most
go to
Arkansas.
you had to go to either Ennis or Rice. So we went to Ennis to the VFW club, and lo and behold, guess who's in there dancing?
Would it be the X or the soon to be X?
It's the X.
Yeah.
I tapped him on the shoulder. I said, "You mind if I cut in?" Her mouth drops and hits the floor. And this guy, straight face, looked at me. He goes, "I don't want nobody dancing with my fiance." And I said, "Excuse me?" I
Yep.
said, "That happens to be my wife." He looks at me, looks at her, looks at me. I'm thinking he's about ready to, throw a punch because I'm ready for him then.
Right.
And straight face looks at her. He goes, "I thought he was dead." I looked at him. I said, "I tell you what, buddy, you can have her. Just keep her here long enough for me to go home and pack my clothes." Yeah, she had something in the works.
Right. Well, that's the way my second wife was. She was the one that lived down. Well, we moved down to Killeen, Texas, after I got out of the Marine Corps, because her dad was retired Navy, so he was using Fort Hood for all the benefits, which is good. And we moved down there. I ended up getting a job over the road, and I think she had a lot in the works because she'd have guys living in my house, even though she would tell me about it while I was on the road. And she'd always be in the dance clubs, wouldn't pay my bills, and I lived off $120 a week while she was getting the rest of it and blowing it wherever.
Jesus.
And I think a lot of her problem was she was a Navy brat, and her first husband was in the Navy. She had 3 kids with him and getting child support up until that was over with. And then she met me while I was in the Marine Corps, and then left me for some Army guy that was active duty. So I think she was after the military benefits.
That's what it sounds like.
Yeah.
But it was funny. After I moved back to Fort Worth, she tried to call and patch everything up. I told her, no, lawyers, February 31st, this divorce is final with.
Right.
And she kind of got intoxicated and come to this bar that I used to hang out at all the time. She come in there just laughing. She goes, "I hope you're happy." She goes, "I want you to know you have no windows and no lights in your truck." And she come through the front door, and I started laughing. I said, "Well, get ready." I said, "Because you're fixing to get a beat down." And she goes, "You lay a hand on me." I said, "It ain't going to be me. It's the guy's truck that you just tore up." And, I had a friend that had the same color truck, same model. The only difference between our 2 trucks, I had a brush guard on the front and a sliding back window.
Nice.
She had knocked every window out of his truck.
Oh.
And he called the cops, and they come throwed her in jail. She had the nerve to call me. "Will you come get me out of jail?" No.
Nope.
No.
You're there. You're staying there. Don't call me. Don't see me. Yeah, she was crazy. Everything she done wrong was somebody else's fault.
All the exes are crazy though. It's never us. It's never
Nope.
us. It's always the exes.
I
Right.
mean, I wasn't an angel, but I never pulled some of the stuff they did. My biggest deal, you couldn't get me out of the bar. Are we done sanding yet? Are we done sanding yet?
No, I'm not. I gotta do the front now. Because I got these stupid pencil lines on here I gotta get rid of.
I was gonna say you're taking away all the seal from it. Weren't those already sealed?
Not these, no.
No.
Well, I know where I can get some scrap wood at, but it's too far to drive. I think the border's closed, isn't it?
Yep.
Dang. Boy, the chat's awful quiet.
It is. Maybe it's because at least here it's a beautiful day. Maybe everybody's out doing stuff or recovering from all the turkey dinners and ham dinners and stuff.
Oh. Yeah, it's kind of rainy and cold here. It's like 56 degrees.
Yeah, it's a little chilly here, but it's not bad. I was going to go work on fixing that hole that I dug that stump out of, but I need to let the ground dry up. Otherwise, I'll just be spinning my wheels in mud. All right. Let's see. Mac Pierce says her.
Hey, Jamie.
Y'all.
That's a good excuse to not be outside right now.
Yep.
Hello, Mr.
Hello.
Meadow.
But to get back to the chat real quick, Mac Pierce says, Herb, with exes like those, the bar was the safest place for you, laugh out loud.
Oh, yeah.
And then he says, I'm just listening, and thank God I never got married, laugh out loud.
Yeah, I didn't learn the first 2 times. I had to try it for the third one.
Well, I think I did finally learn after the first 2 times, but it took me to get to the third one.
Well,
I
by
will say,
right.
I will say one thing on my exes, you know, and it's a good thing, bad thing, however you want to look at it, but at least I never ended up with any kids of ours that we had to fight over and deal with for the rest of our lives with all those child support and this and that. So I guess in a way I was blessed that my only blood relative or blood kid is here with this wife, and that's the way it's going to stay.
In reality, my third wife, the wife I got now, should have been my first wife.
Oh, I know it. Me too.
No, literally, we were supposed to get married, but I messed that up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, she told me, she goes, yeah, she goes, you ever decide to quit drinking? Come find me. I mean, I dated in high school and then, you know, between marriages, and she just had enough of it. And years went by. I figured, well, you know, I'll get on the computer, come across classmates, seen her profile there, and I said, well, I'll just send her a message. About 2 weeks later, she sent me a message, and I gave her my phone number. She called me, and we sat there and talked. I asked her, I said, when we meet somewhere for lunch one day, I get 30 minutes, but I bet I can get an hour. And needless to say, we went to lunch that day. I took a 2-hour lunch, and invited her to come over and spend the weekend. This was like on a Tuesday when we had lunch. I told her, why don't you come over Friday, and we'll do something for the weekend. She showed up Thursday and ain't never left.
Yeah. That's similar story to mine with my third wife. Every year, minus this year because this year's chaos, but every year here in town we have a whole gathering for Memorial Day weekend. Friday night we'll have vendors show up on the square and dancing and music and whatnot. The first weekend that I was here in Arkansas, a friend of mine just said, hey, why don't you go check it out? You ain't got nobody. You're going through a divorce. So I did, and I was down there in my cowboy clothes, and this lady comes up behind me, knocks on my shoulder and says, my cousin's checking you out. She thinks you're cute. She wants your phone number. I was like, okay, well, I got to see her first. Go ahead, John. I'll finish my story after you talk.
Okay, so basically, this is going to be the finished product. I just got to, like I said, I just got to stain this with the backer with a dark walnut, and then I'll spray it all together with all glued down. So the gray in the cedar will pop. The grain in the green popper will pop. I think it's going to look kind of cool, don't you guys?
That looks awesome.
Heck yeah, that is awesome.
All right. I got some more sanding to do still. Bear with me.
Well, stand on.
So anyways, Herb, she had pointed out her cousin, and I said hi to her, and we sat side by side on the curb, didn't say anything more to each other the rest of the night. But I was like, well, she's not bad looking, and she's very friendly, and I'll give it a shot. So I gave her cousin my phone number, and I get back to my brother's house, and I get a message after midnight. She goes, well, now you got my number. I messaged her back. I was like, who is this? And she goes, it's the lady you met in town. I was like, no. I was like, what's your name? So she gave me her name. We've been talking and together ever since.
Yeah, I just wished mine would quit talking sometimes. Honey, I love you, but will you shut up for a minute?
Yeah.
Keats Woodworking's in the house. Raining here.
Yep.
At least I'm starting to feel a little bit better.
Well, that's good.
But you can bet your sweet patootie I ain't eating no ham for dinner tonight.
No. I was kind of wondering if maybe you didn't scarf down too much too fast when you tried to get on Charles's panel, or he was trying to get you on there.
No, I think really what it was the pineapple brown glaze that she put on there. Because right before I come on John's show, I just was able to finish a big bowl of oatmeal.
Right.
Yeah, that's what I was going to originally do this morning when I got it. Well, before she left to go to work, was eat some oatmeal, but I decided, I'm going to have ham. And sure enough, after I ate it, my stomach started hurting again. Better make sure the old lady don't have an insurance policy on me.
Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking on that one wife you were talking, or one ex you were talking about.
Yeah.
or behind motives.
Yeah, she had some ulterior motives.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to get. I just knew I was going to fall over my tongue.
Yeah, because something really just didn't sit right. And the best thing I did was, I left a good job to get out of that town, but I had to go.
Right. Now, the funny thing with my exes is that I still have occasional communications with them every once in a while. My first wife, she was real good friends with my dad, and when my dad got real bad sick with cancer, then I kept her informed of what was going on. I found out that while he was home, that she spent a week and went and visited him, and then she messaged me, and she had the goal to try to harass me, or not harass me, but tell me what I should try to have my dad to do. Like he lives by himself when he was still around, and make sure that he eats and sleeps and does all this stuff. And I'm thinking, from a woman that was badly sick and I had to do wound care on you, and you didn't listen a word I ever said, how in the world do you think I'm going to tell my dad to do something and have him do it?
Yep. Yeah, some women have a whole lot of ulterior motives.
Yeah, I know.
Or they get insanely jealous.
Yeah.
Yeah, with the second wife, she had some friends that lived in Azle, and we came down here for the weekend, and this lady, had a flat tire on her car. We stopped at a gas station. There wasn't nobody around to help this woman. So, I changed the woman's tire for her.
Yeah.
And next thing I know, I'm getting accused of picking this woman up. I said, Jesus, all I did was change the woman's tire. You sitting in the car the whole time watching me. How am I picking this woman up?
Yeah, it wasn't like you were by yourself and you picked up some stranger woman walking down the side of the road.
And I told her, I said, on top of that, the woman wasn't really good looking. Then after that's when it all started going downhill.
Yeah, my first wife, she was jealous of the fact that I have a lot of female friends. And so she cut me out of talking with them. She cut me out of talking with my mom, since my mom and dad were separated or divorced, because of one little comment my mom said about the way my first wife looked. And it wasn't even a bad comment. It was a Christmas picture. My ex-wife, my first wife, she was Hispanic, so her skin color was a little bit darker than mine, and that's all my mom had said. And my first wife just went crazy over it. She thought my mom was being racist.
Welcome to the John Sanding Show.
Yeah, right.
What's that?
Yeah, I said, welcome to the John Sanding Show.
I'm done sanding.
Oh.
So, remember these letters?
What, those 6 months ago?
No.
No,
I know, they was a couple of weeks ago.
it's a process. The thing is,
Yeah.
I really hate doing. I hate starting my compressor up, cleaning my guns, filling my guns up, just to do like one quick job and then have to do it again a week later, right? So that's why I try and do all my finishing work at one time.
That's why you just need spray cans of finish.
Yeah, Pam don't care who I talk to. She knows where I get my dinner at.
Exactly.
Spray cans of finish are nice, but they're expensive.
Oh, I know it.
With the amount that I use, so.
Right. I was just kidding around anyways.
You put a lacquer on them?
Yeah, I did that the other day. So I got 3 coats on the back, 2 coats on the front, and then I got 2 coats on each of my letters, front and back, small letters, and then after I glue them on, then I'll do one final coat on them.
Nice. One of my projects I did a while back, well, quite a while back, I had used some brush on clear coat, and it started to fill in the letters. And at first I was going to take a pick or a toothpick or something like that and clean them all out. But the more I looked at it, especially with the black background inside of those letters, it looked better with it filled up with clear coat. It was kind of like the epoxy that you'd put in it.
Yeah, I did that project on some cedar one time. That because I was too lazy, I just didn't want to clean the gun. So I used some spray, some spar varnish and brushed it.
Yeah.
Filled all that in. Pam went to looking at it. That woman ain't gonna like that. That woman loved it.
Yeah, it gives it character.
Yeah, I miss not being able to work in that shop.
Yeah, she'll like it because I tell her she's gonna like it. Like I tell most of my customers, it's the way it's supposed to look. Rustic.
Yeah, sometimes it's best when you can find some of the knots or the little defects that are in the wood and enhance that into your designs. Gives it a lot more character than just a flat blank board that you design or cut out.
What happened?
What?
No, nothing. It was on my end. I tried to open something and it all froze up.
So when I go to put smaller letters on, I just try and get them so that they're going to be on as much of an area as possible. I used to just lay tape down and then mark the green tape. Problem I found with that though is that it sticks to the super glue, the CA glue.
Oh yeah,
huge problems after trying to get it off.
Yes, sir. That way you just get you a metal ruler.
So you guys think Charles is gonna go back on later?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think so. He was just having some anxiety too, kicking in this morning. Because he also said that his wife was like 2 hours away or something like that, and he didn't want to go out and get his own Dr. Pepper. And I really don't blame him, especially yesterday and today. My wife went to Walmart yesterday, and she said it was elbow to elbow.
On Black Friday.
Yeah, we did Black Friday on through Amazon and Walmart.
Yeah, and the funny thing is that they've got the corrals that they're putting people through at the front doors on both sides, and they're supposed to be counting them as they go through. They obviously aren't doing a very good job of it if they're having people elbow to elbow and jam packed in there.
Yeah, Alice Walton won't care. She's just trying to make that money.
Yeah.
You know why she got ran out of Arkansas, don't you?
Who was that?
Alice Walton.
Oh yeah. No, I don't know why.
She killed a guy in a drunk driving accident.
Oh, good grief. Yep, Russ must be on Walmart parking lot duty because he says it is full right now.
Yep. And of course, she moves to Mineral Wells, Texas.
I'm sorry for you guys.
Well, a company I work for, and is that me echoing?
I think so.
I think so because I'm not hearing any echoes.
I got nothing going on.
Maybe it is me.
You got maybe too many contraptions going on all at once.
No, I shut them all down. Let me try something. Hello? Nope.
Nope.
Still doing it.
I know the other night when I got on, I had the earbuds in. I was getting echo in my ear, and a lot of that was because it's two Bluetooths going on at the same time.
Ooh, look at that.
That looks awesome.
Sweet. Even Monkey Girl agrees.
So now I got to package these up now.
Well, let's see. Nope.
I'll be right back.
Okay. That's not as bad. Can you hear me okay, John?
Oh, yeah, you sound a lot better, Herb. What'd you do?
Well, it had two different settings on the mic side.
Yep.
I changed it. Oh.
Thanks, Mac.
Yep. Sorry, I'm not reading the chat.
So Russ is on Walmart duty, eh?
Yep. That's the person I need to ask.
What?
Hey, Russ, what was those deals that y'all put on y'all's fingers in the letter sorting business?
Oh, you're talking. You mean the thimbles, the rubber thimbles.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I need to find me some.
I know my mom. I would check Staples or some Office Depot place. I don't even know if they would still have them out, though. I don't even know if they're still available. They should be, though.
Because I think that would help me being one-handed trying to scroll. Or just super glue me some sandpaper to my fingertips.
Or even to a pair of gloves, maybe.
I cannot work in gloves.
No, I know. A lot of people can't, but, you know, it's better than nothing. Ooh, 2. Ooh. Right in.
2 down, 2 to go.
Yeah. Like I'm actually glad I saw. I think the first person I saw using this CA glue with the activator was Izzy Swan on this Maker's Playground shows. Well, actually before his Maker's Playground shows, and I saw him using it. He's just like dot dot dot. Psh, stick the wood together. I'm like, what? He's like, yeah. You try to pull it apart. It's like instant. It's like unbelievable.
Thanks, Russ. Yeah, Russ said the same thing. Office supply stores.
Yeah, like are they still available? Like I know they used to, you used to be able to get the ones for your thumb, and you used to be able to get ones for your fingers because they were different sizes, and they came in different colors as to different tackiness and different I'm gonna say nodes or modules that stuck out of them too. Like I know my mom had a big box full of them when she was doing all her paperwork. It was just easier for just to flip through them.
Yeah, I was thinking more like being able to stabilize the wood to move it.
Look at Monkey Girl. She just wants to be on video. She just wants to be on video. Yeah, see, she's shy. She's like, oh, what's going on over here? And then she's all shy about it, eh? There she is. You can just sit there and wave to us. It's okay. Come on. Yeah, see, you're muted, though. You can't even talk. She'll make lots of noise in the background.
Yep, she's going to take over Dad's show.
Exactly.
Russ says, gotta go, boys.
Oh, gotta go. Hot dog.
Hot dog! Make sure she got you some Snapples before you leave the parking lot. Can't have you acting like Charles. Oh, Lordy.
Just gotta find the right spot where I had these at when I designed them.
Yeah, the wife got ready to leave to go to work. And she goes, "Ooh, you need to turn that heater off. It's cold." No, this heater's staying on. You go to work and go outside and freeze. And of course, she'll text me, "You got the heaters on?" Never turned them off. Oh. Just exercising my face. Ooh, 3:24. Ooh, I'm late.
For what?
I gotta make my 3 o'clock phone call.
Oh.
But don't call her at before 3:30. She gets worried.
See, she does love you.
Mama's always gonna love her baby boy. Hello.
There she is. She does have a voice. So are you going to get into crafting too, or what? Did I let you make anything out in the shop? Yeah, I'm talking to you. You got to unmute yourself in order to talk, though. What? Water in a mist bottle? Really? I didn't know that, Jay. I thought I had to buy the activator with the glue, because as far as I know, it's because this one here comes as a set, right? So the Velcro's right to itself, so you don't lose it. But I thought that it had to go together, because I thought there was a different whatever mixture to it. If that's the case, then I'll just buy bigger balls of CA. CA is so expensive. It's so expensive here. It's unbelievable. Like I think one bottle of CA glue this size, well, like a regular size of Gorilla Glue CA glue, I think is $8, which is about a third the size. This was $12. So this is actually more economical, but it came with the activator as well. So I think this was a better deal, but I don't know if it's I don't even know what it contains. Oh, look, it's flammable. It's can's explosive. Don't bury it. The writing's too small to read, though. So I don't know. I thought you had to use them together. If you can just use water, like mist water in a bottle, that'll work too. I lost my G. Oh, there it is. Six 3-gram bottles. $41.60. Yeah, but that's Australian money, though. There's Garrett's. See, they're coming along pretty good and pretty quick, actually. That's why I freaking like using the stuff. Because when I'm done these, then I can do my 3 growth charts. Then I can finish those up. What do we got going on over on Facebook here?
All right, John, I'm back.
Yeah. Yeah, you're back. She's chatting up quite a little storm while you're gone.
That's what she said when I come in here to get my coffee cup. Created a monster.
That's right. I'll backstab you. I'll throw you under the bus any chance I get.
Okay, I'm back.
As long as you keep it clean.
Oh, that's what I forgot to do.
What did you forget to do?
Keep it clean. Keep it clean while Monkey Girl's on.
That's all right. As a Marine, we walk like soldiers, talk like sailors, and slap the crap out of both of them.
Mm-hmm. I bet Monkey Girl's a handful, isn't she?
Yeah.
Yep. She's like a Tasmanian devil.
She didn't hesitate about to say that awful quick.
Yeah, she's pretty quick to answer that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, if I don't call the big boss twice a day, she gets worried.
Of course she will.
Mother, I'm pushing 60. Quit worrying about me.
Yeah.
At least she ain't trying to push you into the grave.
Nope. Yeah, she's 87 and in better health than I am.
Wow.
She's got the cutest giggle. Super glue, buy cheap as you can, still works the same. Oh yeah, but it's hard to find super glue, like a decent super glue though, because I know the cheap dollar store glue is not the same. It doesn't work as well.
Get the Gorilla Super Glue Gel. That's what I use.
Well, I had back when Carrie was couponing, she had these coupons for LePage super glue gel. It came in this cool blue bottle with and you squeeze it by pushing the red buttons on the side of it. It worked good, and then but we got it for free, and then she got it on sale and everything else. And then when I started buying it afterwards, it was way too expensive. Because I found I was using a lot more of it at the time. But I suppose it's like resin, like people that use resin, like tons and tons of resin. Like I can't believe, because I know how much resin costs, and I can't afford the cost of resin that the turners use and waste so much of it.
Yeah, $200 for both bottles. I don't think so.
Yeah, my wife gets the epoxy, the 2 bottles, and when she gets it right, it's about $100 a set.
Yeah, exactly. And the thing is, if you don't mix it right, it's garbage. If you don't cap it, it's garbage. If you don't use it all, it's garbage.
Then if somebody was to come into our house, they'll think that we're doing crazy stuff because she bought a box of syringes so that she could mix her epoxies and stuff right, especially on small projects like her earrings or something.
There's one for Austin.
Cool.
So, 3/4 inch. I gotta call it Naughty Pine. 8-inch wide, 1/4 inch poplar or beech. I think it was solid wood. And like I said, these are 1/16. These are 1/16 on here. These are 1/8. Nice cuttings.
Oh, that means I'm getting sleepy.
Are you getting sleepy?
Yeah.
Man, it's almost supper time, Herb.
But I am a dedicated employee of wood if I could scroll.
Oh my.
Yeah, James, I'm just trying to figure out what I want to eat. Bet it ain't gonna be ham.
No. It's funny. That's what Monkey Girl brought out to me on a plate.
What's that, food?
Yeah, and ham was the main piece.
All right, let me grab my boards. I'll be back in a second.
Alrighty then. I know what's wrong with me. I'm having hot link withdrawals. But it is getting a little warm in here now. What time is it? It is 3:37, Jay. And where John is 2:37 p.m.
Yeah, John, that's what I was asking you earlier. You had posted, and I wanted to make sure that it was your time and all that, so I could figure out what time to get on your live, on his live. I keep forgetting that he's an hour behind us, Herb.
Yep. I don't know the difference where Jay's at. I know where States is 6 hours ahead of us.
Give me a second, Herb, and I'll let you know, because I got them all set on a world clock on an app. Let's see, Jay is 17 hours ahead tomorrow, and it is 8:38 a.m. around him. And for Eve, it's 10:38 p.m., 7 hours ahead of us.
Yeah, I should remember Jay because he's the same time zone Bill is.
Yeah.
Duh. I'll wake up here in a minute. Yeah, there's some summer sausage in the ice box. I wonder how loud I'm going to get yelled at if I open it up.
Probably depends on what that special occasion is that she's trying to keep it for.
I was the one that told her to buy it, and I can't remember. Well, she's got to go to the store again Monday anyway, so she can buy some more.
Right.
Oh, I know what it was for. The shrimp jambalaya.
Oh, that sounds good. Jambalaya is something that my wife don't cook much. She does the gumbos and stuff like that. And the funny thing is that when we first got together and she was cooking, she couldn't cook a roux to save her tail. She'd always have her mom do it.
Yep.
And finally, I found out that it was because she didn't have a cast iron skillet to put her roux in. So guess what her first Christmas present was when we first got together?
A cast iron skillet.
Yes, sir. And thank God I never pissed her off to where she'd throw it at me.
You ever been hit by one of them?
Yeah, I have, but not by her, thank goodness.
Mama got me one time with one. I made her mad when I was younger.
Yeah.
And she goes, "You just wait till your daddy gets home." I said, "Yeah, he'll be 3 sheets in the wind. He'll forget it." And about a week later, I done forgot what I even made her mad for, but she remembered. She hit me across the butt with that skillet. She goes, "I got you." I said, "What's that for?" She remember last week when you made me mad? Okay. Yeah, Pam says she don't have time to make roux and stuff. And
Yeah.
the way she usually does it, she gets that Zatarain jambalaya mix in the box,
Oh, yeah.
and then she'll add the shrimp and the andouille or boudin and or summer sausage.
Right.
Still tastes good to me.
Oh, yeah. Well, most of the time with my job, a lot of time I'm on the road to work, and there's times where I may be gone for a week at a time and then home for the weekend. And one time I was down in Hot Springs, Arkansas, is where I was working out of. And one night after work, I went next door to the grocery store, was getting some stuff for my motel room, and I just happened to run across what's his name? We usually get the Creole seasoning from him, and he had a thing of instant roux mix. And I took a picture of it, sent it to my wife, just jokingly, and she's like, "Where'd you find that at? Buy me some." I was like, "Okay." So she's got that every once in a while. She'll use that to make her roux.
Yeah.
Mac wants to know, John, are you listening?
Yeah, but he's muted.
No, I'm here.
All right. I didn't know. I couldn't see your cord. What's the measurements of the marks on those?
Honestly,
Yeah, I'm guessing he's talking about your grow chart rulers.
I could give you a really sarcastic answer.
Yeah,
if you really
right.
want, but I can tell you right now that the numbers are a dead giveaway.
Are they to scale?
They are to scale.
All right. Well, that's all that matters.
So when I designed the board, I started it at 6 inches up, so that your 1 is actually 1 foot, 2 is actually 2 foot. Where's where I put my ruler at? Oh, my ruler's buried. Let me grab a measuring tape, and I'll show you exactly what I'm talking about.
Supposed to have that clipped in your pocket.
Yeah, you need an apron like me, John.
Have y'all ever watched Stacy's husband, Nick the Flamin' Turner?
No, I ain't seen that one yet.
Okay, so what I did was I made a template first. Here's my template. My template's only
It looks
4.
like a big old comb.
My template's only 4 feet long. It is, and I took a lot of time to take care that when I was doing these. Oh, sorry, 1 foot. When I was doing these, my measurements were exact on here. So you can see these. All my measurements are dead center of my big holes, which are foot marks, and then my second next largest ones are 6 foot marks, or 6 inch marks rather, and then every 2 inch mark after that. So it's a dead on accurate measuring chart. And when I started at 6 inches up, and it stops at 6'6". So that way, on the back of these, I'm going to put a keyhole in the back of these at exactly 6 feet down. Sorry, 5'6" up on the back of these, so that when you measure on the wall exactly 6 feet, put your pin in the wall, it'll line up exactly to where it has to be, and it's dead on from whatever your floor height is.
Max says that's what I was wondering. LOL.
Because it doesn't
was to scale in inches. Nice job, John.
Yeah, it's to scale in inches. Because it didn't make sense to not do it in proportion to everything else.
Right. It's one thing to be a decoration. It's another thing if you're actually using it as an instrument of measurement or something like that.
Well, okay. So when Herb, when you were growing up, did your mom have a growth chart on some rail on a door somewhere or in a closet somewhere?
Yep, in the kitchen.
Yeah, I did too, John.
We did too. And the thing is, you can't take those with you unless you do it on the drywall, and then when you move, you can actually cut the piece of drywall out, but it's frowned upon.
Yeah, especially if you're in a rented house or apartment.
Exactly. So whereas with these ones, when I do these and I seal them up, I actually give them with paint markers, so that you can just put the actual mark on there and the date, and because they're individualized with their names, they're because every kid wants their own, they can take them with them when they move out of the house, right? And like I said, you just mark on it with a paint marker that I give with them. So like this one, I'm actually going to give her 3 of them. I'll give her a white one, a brown one, and a red one, paint marker, so she can alternate them whatever she wants. So now I just got to glue these down.
Coffee.
I just went and got me another half a pot.
Yeah, I don't know if I'm getting more hungry or more sleepy.
So now I got them laid out and start gluing them.
So, John, when you had to go get your tape measure, Herb had commented about that you should have it beside you. And I said, yeah, John needs a apron like I have.
Apron? What am I, girl?
No, actually, it comes in handy. It's a tool apron.
This isn't a kitchen, it's a shop.
Yeah, but we talk about food in here too.
Yeah. I know.
And you're always cooking up something.
No, I can't wear an apron. I find it just gets in the way because the thing is I'm sitting too much, and at work I wear Carhartt. Like I wear Carhartts every day at work, like Carhartt pants, never a bib. And my Carhartts are so full of tools because of all the pockets that when I'm in my shop, it's actually I can take everything out. I actually weighed my pants one time. My pants with all my tools in, they average about 56 pounds with all my tools in my Carhartt pants.
Holy moly!
Yeah.
Because I got strippers, side cutters, pliers.
Strippers.
Yeah, strippers.
And you got dikes in there too. He's got strippers and dikes.
I got
Wake up.
2 multi-bit screwdrivers, a pocket full of various bits. My other pocket's full of drill bits. My back pocket, I got wrenches, drill bits, all kinds of stuff that are with me all the time. That way, when I get in the bucket, I go up in the air. I don't forget anything. Like my helpers that always going back to the ground to grab stuff.
Well, you don't have a tool board on your bucket?
No, it gets in the way. It gets in the way, and then most times it gets forgotten up in the air or in the bucket.
Well, that's why you got to have multiple tools. You got to have the tools for working on the ground and tools for the bucket.
That's why I got.
That's why we got to do. But John, going with your story, I've had the same issue as working on the ground. When we go to framing poles, I'm always putting all my stuff in my pockets and tearing them up. You know, having the lineman pliers and channel locks and all that stuff. I got tired of doing that, so I found Tough Built makes tool belts, and there's other companies, but that's the one that I could afford. That have these little clips that you put on the belt, and then on the back side of the tool pouches, they have a clip that you can attach it to. And whenever you need to take that pouch off, like to go get in the truck or something like that, all you do is unclip all your pouches, set them in your bins, and then you still have the belt on. You go do what you got to do, and then when you need a pouch, you just go put that pouch on a clip, and away you go.
Nah,
And
that's
I found that's a whole lot easier because then I'm not tearing up my pants. And if I get thrown into a bucket, and I've got my tools with me instead of having to use somebody else's tools.
Yes, Mac, we talk about everything.
Yeah, that's why I keep all my tools
Food
on me, though.
everywhere.
Because the thing is, like, whether I'm in the air or in the shop, I always have what I need.
Yeah,
on me.
well, so do I. I just got to carry my pouches around. That's the only difference.
Hey,
And then
go ahead.
and then while I'm in my personal shop, I don't bring all my tools home with me, so I've got this apron, and it comes in pretty handy. And actually, my company bought it for me because they sent me a Veterans Day card, and inside there was an Amazon gift card for like $25. So I found this vest or this apron for $17, and they paid for it. Go ahead, Herb.
If we're talking about serious stuff here, we need some LOLs. She must not be in the room.
Which one? Monkey Girl?
Yeah.
Yeah, she just left.
I figured she'd be laughing at that.
Yeah, she's in and out.
Yep, that was sure woke up the animals. Wasted days and wasted nights. Charles Deering.
What, is he in the house? Oh, you're trying
No,
to message
I'm
him?
just. Oh, I was looking through here messages. I forgot he sent me a message the other night.
I'm
I
back.
did not delete. Welcome back.
So
That was the wrong one. That's about as bad as Oh, ironic. I mentioned his name and look who pops in the chat.
yeah,
He must have known I was talking about him.
his ears were burning.
Ironic.
Just woke up going to Walmart. You feel any better, Charles?
Larry's back. Well, that's good, Charles, that he's feeling much better.
Ooh. I sure could use a Snickers.
You getting hangry, are you?
Love Angel says, back, my phone died. Took me to find the charger.
Welcome back, Donna.
Welcome back. To Monkey's Place.
So when Brooklyn was born, my wife had one of those Scentsy monkey dolls that you put the little incense in the back of them.
Yep.
Yeah.
We didn't have the incense in there, but we gave it to Brooklyn, and man, she wouldn't go nowhere without it. She still has it.
I'm gonna get it.
And actually, I called her Monkey Girl because of the way that she was climbing all over the place. And then her nanny went and got her one that sounded exactly like Herb. Herb's little bit audio.
Yeah, that'll get on your nerves. LOL.
Oh man. It didn't take me long to take the batteries out of that spool.
I bet. Especially when you're just about to go to sleep and it goes off. What in the world?
Well, actually, I think it was one of those that would change your voice. So you would talk into it, and then it would play your voice back, but it would do it in that high-pitched monkey sound. Oh, man, drive you up the wall.
Yeah, it would drive me crazy.
Charles said he's going to try to do a show if you don't have any more problems. At least that's what I think I read. Yeah, see if I can do a show without issues, laugh out loud.
Sounds good.
And then Larry said, I'm glad we can all enjoy ourselves with each other's company.
Here it is.
Charles says, I still have my dolls and nobody thinks that's cute. Well, y'all chat amongst yourself. I gotta get me something to eat.
All right, Herb, we'll talk with you later.
Oh,
Hey,
I'm
Herb.
still gonna be here. I'm just gonna go over there and throw it in the microwave.
Herb,
Well, I
stay away from the ham.
understand that. I said we'll talk with you in a little bit then.
Stay away from the ham, Herb.
Yeah.
You can bet your sweet patootie I am. I'm gonna get something good and greasy to eat. That'll make me feel better.
All right. 2 down.
200 to go.
No. No.
Okay,
Okay, I gotta take my headset off. Give me a sec.
all right.
No,
So there I am.
No, we can talk now and no one can hear us.
Yeah, the rest of the world can.
Not the whole world.
Anybody who's on YouTube.
No, but he
Now we can talk all we want about John. He can't hear us.
All right. I'm getting high from this glue, though. What's the good glue?
Yeah, Larry just now posted on here. He said, talk to you later, or talk to you shortly, Mr. Herb. Is that Canadian bacon?
No. Oh, excuse me.
Charles said, "Be right back."
Sure, he will.
Thanks
I
for the
agree.
warning, Charles.
I've heard that story before from him.
2 hours later.
85 days later.
2 years later.
Trying to just get it set in here. What do I'm trying to get it to eyeballs just in the screen like that.
What do you want to do?
She's trying to sneak her monkey in.
Hello.
There.
That's what we did earlier.
Yep.
Oh, is that your raping you're talking about?
Yeah. Yeah, that's the one that she's had since she was just born.
No, you're raping.
Oh, yeah. Get up, Brooklyn. Hold up.
Hold up.
Mute myself so I don't make too much noise getting up.
Wow, you got a lot.
Yeah, and to tell you the truth, I mean, once you get everything organized where it's not poking you and not dragging your neck down and all that stuff, I sit on my scroll saw and I quit and I can do whatever I want and it don't usually bother me. You just got to remember to clean out the pockets of all the sawdust and whatnot.
I suppose. I suppose you gotta get all the sawdust out in order to make it usable.
Right. Now, there's a veteran, a military veteran that has a shop called Atlas 46, and he makes the high-end version, and it's kind of the Molly style, the military Molly style. And those are really nice, but they're just out of my price range, so I stick with the cheap stuff. But I mean, they make the aprons, the vests, the tool belts, and it's got the Velcro that goes around the belt instead of actual clips. But it looks like it would hold on pretty good. You can always change out, say if you're doing trim work, you just take your tools that you're using to put your trim in a house or on your furniture or whatnot. If you're doing layout, you can put all your tape measures, rulers, squares, all that stuff in your pouches. So, and it doesn't bother me to run around in here with it on. Because just like a lot of woodworkers or a lot of fabricators or whatever, always looking for pencils and tape measures and all that stuff.
No, we're not.
Yeah. Or that notorious 10 millimeter whatever, wrench, socket, or whatever that you need that's never found.
Yeah, that's usually why I buy like 4 or 5 of everything I need, right? Like common use items. Like I know I probably got 12 tape measures.
Yeah, me too.
And rulers and clamps and right. That way doesn't matter where I'm at my shop. I know I have something somewhere.
And even though I don't have it on here right now, I've got there's a metal clip on this apron right on the front that I can put a tape measure on. So, and it works pretty good. Yeah, everybody is. Yeah, because we're full screen. So everybody's watching everything that you do.
Oh yeah, I better. Here, I'll switch back up.
Thank you.
I mean, it's not a big deal, but I figure it's your show, not ours.
Nobody wants to see what I'm doing. They'd rather see Brooklyn act like a monkey.
Yeah, right. And even right now, I've got the vest on, full of tools, sitting in my chair. She's sitting on top of it, and it's really not bothering me any at all. Oh, and then the other day I was taking apart that crazy jig I was trying to come up with for the router.
Yep.
And I wanted to keep the screws nearby. And this vest doesn't have any magnets on it, but I do have one of those magnet grip wristbands on one of my other tool rigs. So I just put it around my upper strap, and I can throw all my stuff on there.
All right, give me one more second again.
Oh, Larry said, picked up the wrong time to quit sniffing glue. Oh, I hear Mr. Herb
Y'all miss
coming
me?
in.
Yep, we missed you.
Yeah, I figured I better eat something since my sugar was 87.
So
All right.
back to the chat, since we forgot a couple pieces. Larry had said, talk to you shortly, Mr. Herb. It is Canadian bacon. Then later on he says,
I picked
you
the
didn't
wrong
time to quit sniffing glue. And then you didn't catch the movie reference.
I don't know what movie that from.
I don't know. Donna says airplane.
Ah.
Don't call me Shirley.
Well, it's a nice beaver you got. Yeah, I just had it stuffed. So, excuse me. So yeah, I got to clean that backer and then glue those letters down onto the front piece, and then glue the front onto the backer. Then that's good to go. The last thing I do that I got to do on those boards is I'll take one of my business cards. Now, because I work at a sign shop, the business cards I get are actually made of vinyl. Hold on a second. Let me grab one for you.
See, you'd have all that stuff in your apron.
Mm-hmm.
All that stuff in his apron.
Hope I got some AA batteries.
See, John, you could have all that stuff in your apron. You'd be prepared for your shows.
Well, no, because they're in a certain spot in my area. So my business cards are printed up on vinyl. So they're printed onto vinyl, which is like a flex material that we use for signs and awnings. And what I'll do is I'll take them and I'll tape off an area on the back of the project. Then I'll clamp it into place, spray glue the back of that, clamp it into place, then take the tape off, and then I'll sign them and date them. And that way they're on the back of the project. And that's how that's usually how all my word of mouth gets around. And if anybody has a problem with any of my projects, they can always call me back. My number's on there, my email's on there, and everything. So,
well, I don't go that in depth, but speaking of having your name on there, I had done up the chaos coordinator puzzle for my psychiatrist, And when I was in there, she was talking about it. And of course, you can't say who did it and all that stuff. Well, I told her the other day, I sent her an email. I was like, you better not let anybody see whose name's underneath of it. Because a couple of people knew who it was and she couldn't confirm it. Because I signed mine on the bottom of mine or on the back of my projects.
Well, I know on like these letters, for example, here, because there's no room on the back for them, I'll use my Pyro pen and I'll write my name and the date on the side of them.
Yeah.
I do that with all my ornaments too, because they're so small. So I'm going to stop for now. I'll see if I can get Carrie out here to stain that for me, because I hate staining. It'll be payment for throwing all my wood out. And basically, I got to pack all this stuff up and get it ready to go. And then I know I got to finish up my tiny wine Christmas trees that I haven't even started yet, because I still sanding my wood down. So that'll probably be tomorrow's project or tonight's project, or we'll see. All right. I want to thank her for being on the panel. Thank Jamie for being on the panel. Brooke Lee for being on the panel. Everybody that was in the chat. Double A, Aaron was here too. And everybody that's in the chat will any questions, comments, whatever, PM me, whatever, message me, and we'll chat, whatever. We'll see you on another live feed.
Later.
Everybody
See
say
y'all.
bye.
Bye, diddly do, diddly do.